The Book of Melchizedek, found among the Dead Sea Scrolls, is a fascinating text that delves into themes of divine justice, cosmic conflict, and messianic hope. Discovered in the mid-20th century in the Qumran caves near the Dead Sea, these scrolls have provided unparalleled insight into the beliefs, practices, and expectations of a Jewish sect living around the turn of the first millennium. The Dead Sea Scrolls are attributed to a Jewish group often identified as the Essenes, who separated themselves from what they perceived as the corrupt practices of the Jerusalem Temple and mainstream Jewish society. They sought to live a life of purity and strict adherence to the law, awaiting the imminent intervention of God in human history. Central to their eschatological vision was the figure of Melchizedek. Melchizedek, whose name means King of Righteousness, is a somewhat enigmatic figure in the Hebrew Bible. He appears briefly in Genesis 14:18, 20 as the king of Salem and a priest of the Most High God, who blesses Abraham. His figure is later exalted in Psalm 110 in the New Testament book of Hebrews, where he is portrayed as a type of eternal priesthood prefiguring Christ. In the Book of Melchizedek from the Dead Sea Scrolls, he is depicted not only as a historical figure but as a divine agent who will enact God's final judgment and bring about a new era of righteousness. This Melchizedek is closely associated with the eschatological expectations of the Qumran community, embodying the hope for divine intervention and the ultimate defeat of evil. In ancient texts, his name shines bright: Melchizedek, King of Righteousness, pure light. From Genesis to scrolls of old, his story in sacred lines is told: a king of Salem, a priest divine, blessing Abram with bread and wine. In Genesis, he briefly appears, a figure cloaked in mystery's years. Psalm 110 exalts his name in eternal priesthood, his claim to fame. The New Testament echoes this sacred thread: Melchizedek, a path where Christ is led. In Qumran's scrolls, his role expands, a divine agent with holy commands, enacting judgment, ending the strife, bringing forth a new era of life. The Dead Sea Scrolls paint him grand, a figure to lead God's righteous band. Eschatological hopes, so profound, in Melchizedek fulfillment found. A beacon of hope, divine and bright, guiding the faithful through the night. His name means justice, his deeds are pure. In him the faithful find their cure. He stands against the forces of wrong in the final battle, brave and strong, defeating evil, restoring peace. From ancient tales his truths don't cease. Melchizedek in history's frame, an eternal priest, a hallowed name. From Genesis to the Holy Scroll, a king of righteousness, saving souls. In every scripture his presence felt, a divine agent where faith is dealt, bringing forth God's holy decree. In Melchizedek, the future we see. Divine justice, Melchizedek, and the year of Jubilee. In the ancient times, when the forces of darkness threatened to overwhelm the world, the divine principle of justice stood as an unshakable foundation. In this context, Melchizedek emerged, a priest and king appointed by God, embodying divine justice on earth. Melchizedek was destined to bring about the year of Jubilee, a time of liberation and restoration, where debts were forgiven and slaves were freed, symbolizing the ultimate triumph of justice and mercy. Divine justice demanded that the world be set right, and it was Melchizedek's sacred duty to ensure that this justice was enacted. Through his guidance, the year of Jubilee was not just a ritual observance, but a powerful enactment of divine will, setting a precedent for the righteousness that was to pervade the world. In the ancient days when shadows loomed, justice stood tall, a divine bloom. Melchizedek rose in robes so bright, God's chosen one, in justice's light. Divine justice called for a world set straight, Melchizedek heeded, carrying the weight. A priest and king with a holy decree to bring forth the year of Jubilee. He walked the earth, a guiding flame, ensuring justice would not wane. The year of Jubilee, a time so grand, debts forgiven, freedom at hand. A sacred duty, a celestial cause. Melchizedek moved without pause. Justice through him was not just a dream but a reality, a righteous stream. In each heart and in every land, justice and mercy took a stand. Through Melchizedek the decree was clear. The year of Jubilee was near. So justice, Melchizedek, and Jubilee entwined. A triad of grace forever aligned. In every act, in every prayer, divine justice found its heir. Sons of light, sons of darkness, and the final battle. As the days grew darker, the sons of light, followers of Melchizedek, prepared for the ultimate confrontation with their adversaries, the sons of darkness. This cosmic conflict, known as the final battle, was prophesied to decide the fate of the world. The sons of light, embodying righteousness and faithfulness, were in constant preparation, training, and living by the divine laws. Their every action was aimed at ensuring their readiness for the final battle against the forces of evil. Conversely, the sons of darkness, driven by malevolence, sought to subvert the divine order and plunge the world into chaos. The final battle was the culmination of their struggle, a decisive moment where the sons of light would confront the sons of darkness. Melchizedek, leading the sons of light, would ensure that divine justice prevailed and evil was vanquished. The days grew dim, shadows crept near. The sons of light held steadfast, no fear. Followers of Melchizedek, pure and bright, prepared for the battle through each day and night. They trained and prayed with hearts so true, living by laws old and new. Righteousness their shield, faith their sword, ready to confront the malevolent horde. Across the field the sons of darkness stood, driven by evil, plotting no good, chaos their aim, disorder their creed, from the divine order they sought to lead. The final battle, a destiny foretold, a clash of spirits, both brave and bold. The sons of light, with Melchizedek in front, faced the darkness, bearing the brunt. In this epic struggle, light against dark, each blow struck left a divine mark. Melchizedek led with justice in hand, ensuring that evil could not stand. The moment arrived, the world held its breath, witnessing the battle of life against death. The sons of light, with spirits high, fought to ensure that darkness would die. The final confrontation, the ultimate test, proved righteousness would stand, evil would rest. Through Melchizedek, justice prevailed. The sons of light in glory hailed. So the story goes, through the ages told, of the sons of light, brave and bold. In the final battle, they stood to fight, and vanquished the darkness with their light. The role of the high priest, atonement, and the heavenly temple. Within this epic narrative, the role of the high priest was pivotal. As an intermediary between God and the people, the high priest performed rituals of atonement to reconcile humanity with the divine. These rituals were directed towards the heavenly temple, a celestial counterpart to the earthly temple, where the ultimate atonement took place. Melchizedek, often depicted as the ultimate high priest, carried out these sacred duties, ensuring that the sins of the people were forgiven and their covenant with God remained unbroken. The act of atonement was crucial in maintaining the balance and harmony between the divine and earthly realms. In sacred robes, the high priest stood, a bridge between the divine and the good, his role so vital, his duties clear, to bring God's presence ever near. With rituals precise and prayers profound, he sought to heal where sin was found. Atonement he performed with grace, to cleanse the people, to seek God's face. Each act of atonement, a holy plea for forgiveness granted to set them free. Melchizedek, the ultimate high priest, ensured this sacred rite never ceased. Directed to the heavenly temple above, a realm of peace, a realm of love, a celestial place where purity reigned, and the covenant with God was sustained. In this divine temple beyond the sky, the ultimate atonement would ever lie. The sins of the world, there to be absolved, a divine mystery forever solved. Melchizedek's duty, heavy yet bright, to maintain this balance, to keep it right. The harmony between earth and divine through atonement rituals pure and fine. So the high priest's role, a sacred thread, through atonement, the faithful were led. To the heavenly temple, a beacon of hope, where every soul could find their scope. In this epic tale forever told, of high priests and temples, of rituals bold, atonement's power, divine and true, maintains the bond between me and you. The community of the elect, covenantal faithfulness, and divine intervention. The community of the elect were those who remained steadfast in their faith, adhering to the divine covenant. Their covenantal faithfulness was essential in maintaining their status as God's chosen people. In times of trial and tribulation, they looked to Melchizedek and the divine for divine intervention. Through their unwavering faith and adherence to the covenant, the community ensured that they were recipients of divine favor. When the forces of darkness seemed insurmountable, divine intervention, often mediated by Melchizedek, confirmed their chosen status and upheld the divine order. In faith they stood, the elect, devout, a community chosen without a doubt. Adhering to the covenant, pure and true, their faithfulness shone in all they do. Covenantal faithfulness, their guiding light, in times of peace and in darkest night. Steadfast they were in word and deed, living the laws the divine decreed. When trials came and shadows loomed, their spirits high, never doomed. They looked to Melchizedek, their holy guide, for in him divine favor would abide. Through faith unwavering, they sought the divine, a beacon of hope, an eternal sign. For in their steadfast sacred quest, divine intervention would manifest. When darkness threatened to engulf the land, a heavenly force would lend its hand. Melchizedek, a vessel of the divine, ensured their faith in every line. The community of the elect, so blessed in covenant, their souls found rest. Through faithfulness, they earned their place, receiving divine intervention and grace. In this tale of trials and divine aid, their loyalty and faith never swayed. Through Melchizedek, the divine would act, upholding the covenant, a holy pact. So the story of the elect unfolds, a narrative of faith so boldly told. In every heart, the truths retained. Through divine intervention, justice reigned. The story of Melchizedek, as revealed in the Dead Sea Scrolls, is a profound narrative of divine justice, cosmic conflict, and messianic hope. Through the lens of these triadic relationships, we see a complex interplay of characters and themes, each reinforcing the other and contributing to a rich tapestry of faith, struggle, and ultimate redemption. Melchizedek, as both a historical and symbolic figure, stands at the heart of this narrative, embodying the principles of divine justice and leading the faithful towards the fulfillment of their ultimate destiny.